Well, we had already units who were fighting Malta and also the shipping around since the Italians, practically the Italians had joined the war, against our will, by the way. So they had to help the Italians. And we only had to do there in 42, in early 42. And there the British were, oh, not in early 42, it was in August 42. And the British were supplying Malta, resupplying Malta by a huge convoy. That was a convoy called Pedestal. Malta had been bombed into a situation of no resistance anymore. They had no anti-aircraft ammunition, they had no food, no water, no nothing. Malta was ripe that our parachutists, the Italians had two very good parachute divisions, and also ours, would jump on Malta. But this was never done, miraculously. I cannot explain this. But in this situation, the British sent their huge convoy Pedestal. And Pedestal was consisting of two battleships, Nelson and Rodney, and many heavy cruisers, light cruisers, destroyers, and 5 air carriers. And in the middle, they protected about 15 ships, freighters, and tankers. And we had the stiff order to attack, to let aside all the warships, at least in the first stage, and to concentrate on the freighters and especially the tankers. And we arrived over this armada, such a thing we never had seen before. And 4 air carriers had remained. One had already been torpedoed by a submarine nearly Balears. That was the Eagle. So we were a bit alleviated because these air carriers, they had fighters on board. And so we arrived, and we forgot the stiff order to concentrate on the freighters and tankers, and saw a huge thing below us, air carrier. Must have been 35,000 tons, and went all onto this. We disregarded the order, and we had all bombs, special bombs for freighters, normal bombs. While for a warship, we should have been armored car piercing bombs with heads or such heads.
To penetrate.
Yeah, but nevertheless, the Indomitable was his name. It was put out of action, as leaned aside, and all the planes on the deck were falling into the sea. When we had done our dive, we were flying around and we were seeing that. And our commander later on had to go to Rome and to report to Kesselring, who was washing his head. And we thought he would not return to our unit, but he returned and told us how the old man had done it. Yeah. And we saw the Italians. I can tell you the value of the Italian soldier. Here he was brilliant. They had their torpedo planes. They had torpedo planes, Savoia Marchetti, 3-engined, overaged. The hull was canvas and the structure was partly wood. And they went at lowest level over the waters in this Pedestal convoy, which was, I would say the air was concentrated with iron. There they went through and set that torpedo and jumped over the other ships through the whole convoy. And we saw it from our altitude, burning here and splashing into the water and there again. But all the others went through and did their work. We were happy that we were only up there and we could dive around and then out again. They had a different lot. Anti-aircraft of ships was devastating because they had a measuring bases larger than on land. It was a measuring base which was firm on the ship, and they shot unfailingly, even to altitudes.